Counsellors as a business enables people to run their own business. We operate a franchisee model for independent travel consultants. So we give them the tools and the ability to run that business so that they can deliver to their customers holidays and travel experiences that cater for their individual needs. As a business, we've grown, I think, 16% year on year. That means more travel counsellors. We've currently got about 1,800 in the world, like over our 7 countries we've got representation in. And then to obviously cater and support for those guys, we then staff up at head office and around there. So we've got about 400 support colleagues around the world as well. The challenges with that is making sure that the personal service that the travel counsellors give to their customers, that we're also giving to the travel counsellors as well. The main thing that sealed us with Freshdesk was the fact that it wasn't just a service provider. You know, we were able to work very closely with that project team and get them to understand our requirements, and they did that very well. And it became a partnership. It is a partnership. It gives us the confidence now to know that previously we didn't have that raw data set or that element of accurate information that we could use to make informed decisions. We now have that. Ultimately what we want to do is make everything as light touch as possible. You know, so that means the implementation of the bot, the implementation of automations, the help that we made when we migrated our help centre over to the knowledge base side of things. So that impact has allowed the transition from the old service desk software, which was Zendesk, which was we were paying for something that was really offering no functionality or business benefit whatsoever. It's allowed that transition to be seamless, more or less. What Freshdesk did was level the playing field, really, in terms of it stopped people going off and working in an ad hoc way. It allowed people to take a step back and think about how they were working. You know, we engaged with each of the teams and process mapped a lot of what they did, and you know, we identified some sort of time savings, if you like, there, and then we filled those gaps with the automations and with the technology that Freshdesk allowed.
So I think Freshdesk has improved our agents' ability to assign the tickets, being able to assign kind of direct from a view rather than having to go in and then assign. Certainly the automation has helped a lot, the ability to send the canned responses. So if there's things that we do a lot of times, we've got that response in there, we can send someone a document at the same time, and being able to use the scenarios, having all of the templates and stuff in there, it saves them a lot of time.
It just really helps me to kind of stay on top of the daily workload by being able to make me respond quicker to customers, and also to enable me to add notes, because some of the jobs take a little bit longer.
So we're always updating the tickets, so if somebody rings up about a job, we can just go to the last update, we can give them the latest update on that particular job.
There's multiple different companies that we need to contact externally within the same ticket, and being able to break that ticket down through the parent and child options has really enabled the team to be far more productive and contain the responses from each different supplier. And it's been really interesting to see that the customer satisfaction scores are over 90% excellent, which sometimes you could think that they're not happy, even if it's not the response that they're not looking for, and yet they still mark you quite highly. But that's because it's the way that we're responding to them, the speed of response that we can go back with.
Using the reporting, it's very easy to look back over the last 30 days. So a new view that we've got created now is where we can see any ticket that's older than 30 days. So when there's some availability on the desk, someone's then using that view to go back over, look through some older tickets, and certainly help pull those out and help progress them. So that's giving a much better customer service, because we're proactively then chasing up on some that may have aged. I guess I've administered a lot of, or quite a few different service desk systems, and the ease of administering Freshdesk is for me one of the really key points. It's so easy to administer, it's not complicated, you don't need to do any programming. The interface and the kind of logic in the background to be able to set up automations and set up queues and routing and things, it makes it much easier than previous systems that I've used.
We're all about experience, we're all about making sure it's as polished as possible. With Freshworks, it's the starting point, or certainly, you know, the first step of making sure we've got the right tool set to provide that foundation.